Today is January the 3rd, and we are going to hear the story of when the wise men appeared to the baby Jesus to pay him homage and to give him gifts. Now, we know that that actually happened on the day of Epiphany, and we celebrate that on the day of Epiphany. And the day of Epiphany is January the 6th. But today is Sunday, January the 3rd, and we won't be in church on the 6th. So we are going to celebrate the Epiphany, the great Epiphany, today on January 3rd. And I hope you remember this story in 3 days, and maybe you and your family can celebrate your Magi arriving at the baby Jesus.
Say hello to Sycamore tree, we're gonna let it shine. Say hello to Annapolis, we're gonna let it shine. Say hello to everyone, we're gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Merry Christmas, everyone.
This is the gospel according to Matthew. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star at its rising and have come to pay homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea. For so it is written by the prophet, 'And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, are by no means least among the rulers of Judea. From whom you shall come a ruler, who is to shepherd my people Israel.' Then Herod secretly called for the wise men and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, 'Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word so that I may also go and pay him homage.' When they had heard the king, they set out, and there ahead of them went the star that they had seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When he saw the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then, opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road." This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. This is my creche from my house. I got this in Jerusalem, and they were carved out of olive wood. And that is a kind of tree that is grown in the Holy Land. And I thought it was appropriate to use that today for our creche and for our wise men to finally arrive to see the baby Jesus. In our reading, we hear that the wise men arrived and they knelt down and gave baby Jesus homage. That's a really big word, homage. And I don't know if you know what it means when you kneel down in front of someone and you honor them. That is paying homage. You kneel down and say, you are holy, you are special. You are the Messiah, baby Jesus. You were brought here. You were born to be our Messiah, to be our good news. And we are going to honor you by bringing you the most precious gifts of all. We're going to give you gold, we're going to give you frankincense, and we're going to give you myrrh. Now, I bet you know what gold is. Your parents might have gold rings on their fingers. Maybe you have a piece of gold jewelry. So you know what gold is. Frankincense is a wonderful smell. It's an incense, and you light that, and the smoke rises, and it is a beautiful smell. And we do that. We put incense into our prayer space when we want to honor God and say, let our prayers rise up in that holy, holy smoke, and offer you our prayers with this wonderful, wonderful smell of frankincense. So they gave the baby Jesus frankincense to show that he was special. They also gave him myrrh. And myrrh is a special oil, and it's a very, very expensive oil in Jesus' time. And it smells wonderful. And they used to anoint, they used to put myrrh on the bodies of people as they were dying. And it is a very special gift to give myrrh to someone, to show that he is holy or she is holy, but in this case it was the baby Jesus they were giving myrrh to. So gold and frankincense and myrrh, and those magi, those wise men, followed the star right over the baby Jesus in Bethlehem. They found him, they knelt down before him, they gave him honor and said he was holy, they gave him gifts, and then they remembered what King Herod said. Go tell me, go and find that baby Jesus and come back and tell me where he is, so that I too can give him homage. And the wise men, I'm sure, talked with each other and said, ooh, King Herod is up to no good here. Why would a king want to go and pay homage to baby Jesus? We think that's not a good thing to go back and tell him because he might harm baby Jesus. So the three wise men went a different direction and did not go back to King Herod. And they went back to their homes without telling King Herod exactly where the baby Jesus was. Now I'm wondering about us, and I'm wondering about what gifts we might give to baby Jesus. And thinking about that day of Epiphany when the wise men discovered Jesus, and they gave him these very, very holy and expensive and wonderful gifts. We might not have expensive gifts to give the baby Jesus, but maybe we give baby Jesus other gifts. We might give Jesus gifts of helping other people. We might give baby Jesus gifts by giving a gift to someone who doesn't have gifts at Christmas time. We might give food to people. We might pray. We might help other people pray. We might use the gifts that we were born with to give honor and homage to Jesus, our Messiah. So as we leave this place of worship today, and as you move towards the day of Epiphany in 3 days, think about those things and think about ways that you too can pay homage to Jesus and give him gifts.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star
prayers of the people. Let us give thanks to God, always and for everything, saying, We thank you, God, for the beautiful world that you have created. We thank you, God, for all makes children happy. We thank you, God, for the food we eat, our homes and families and friends. We thank you, God, for minds to think and hearts to love. We thank you, God, for our health. We thank you, God. When we are sad, comfort us, O God. When we are afraid, comfort us, O God. When we have hurt someone, we are sorry, God.